Alright, we back. It's your boy Clips the General. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we got another video from the 8 at the Table podcast, and they are discussing the age gap in the whole Shannon Sharpe situation, and I guess they're gonna give their opinion about, you know what I'm saying, what's going on that regard. As far as myself, I don't speak about things like this because, to be honest, and I'm being 100% honest, I don't think that I would be able to take away how I personally feel. You dig what I'm saying? Because I do have a daughter. You feel what I'm saying? I have nieces and shit like that. So I don't think I'd be able to separate how I would feel if it was my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of stay away from these. And on top of that, it's because, like, my personal feelings on dating women that are younger than me. Like, I have a certain age that I just can't see myself going past. But like I said, that's me personally. You know what I'm saying? So which is why I don't really speak on it much. But we're gonna listen to this, see what they're talking about. But I told y'all motherfuckers, I told you specifically before, since the last couple videos, your ass ain't subscribed yet, but you steady up here watching. Come on, big dog, help me out. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, hit the notification bell, all that good shit, man. Get into it. You heard?
Mr. Sharpe.
She said it was $25,000 per cheek.
What cheek? First of all.
That's what she said. That was the first offer. Was $25,000 per cheek.
She was playing with him like, "Yo, you gonna come get this? Yo, the new. All right. So where are we? Y'all up to date on the new information?
What's it? Well,
what's the latest?
The new information is, she sent him a text and was like, "Yo, I didn't want to have. You took the condom off and you forced it in my unkie."
It just forced.
And if that, and he was like, "Call me." Like he didn't.
That's the
like,
best.
I don't want no messages.
I don't want to hang the black man out to dry, but
Well, they said that he's the one that broke the NDA by putting her name out there.
of course I would. I would have done the same thing.
They said that they
The NDA would have stuck if he didn't do that because she was a Jane Doe, and he also quote unquote doxed her by giving everybody the OnlyFans.
Yes, but the NDA. What? Why do we care about an NDA if you publicly now are accusing me of something, and if he's saying he didn't do it, so we it's still up in the air if he did or he didn't. We are now allowing cowardly shit to happen behind closed doors, where you can accuse me of some heinous act and still keep your anonymity. So now I'm getting death threats. I'm getting all this stuff. I'm getting my family, my kids is getting teased in school, and you have the benefit of keeping your anonymity. I don't think that's fair. You suing me for 50 mil? Cool. Allegedly, what I heard was they went to Jay.
Listen, dog. I'm not even gonna pretend to understand the demographic of how these celebrities move and how they operate, right? But me personally, if I was single and sitting on that type of money, I wouldn't trust nobody. Like, honestly, my trust issues would be severely fucked up because I wouldn't trust nobody, especially women. I wouldn't trust none of them. I don't give a fuck how old they are. I wouldn't trust none of them. Because if I didn't have you before I came into this money, I'm gonna automatically assume you are only here because I got a couple dollars. That's just me. I would never trust a woman if I didn't meet you before. Like, all right, perfect example. If me and my lady right now, you dig what I'm saying? If we were to break up for any reason, and let's just say I came into a substantial amount of paper, I would never trust a woman after that, ever. So I don't know why these celebrities and shit be doing all this weird shit with these women, and y'all think that they care enough not to fucking try to slander you or not to put you in these precarious situations. Like, come on, fam. You know why the fuck they here. They here for the money. Because if you didn't have this money, they wouldn't fucking be there. Come on, let's be real. Shannon like damn near 60 years old. I don't give a fuck how athletic you are, nigga. Some women are only there because you have that dollar amount attached to you. And now Shorty's trying to exploit and get some of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I have somebody that's gonna bring you in on a puff case unless you settle out.
Yep.
And now that person gets to remain to be a Jane Doe. That's not fair because, fam, now you might not even have a person.
Yeah.
You might not even have a person. You could have potentially made up a story that don't even exist. Rico, yo, my little cousin said,
Yeah,
I ain't got no cousin.
Nah, but you know how it's going. At the end of the day, these are people who are going to feel like their lives are at risk if they do go public with their names. So they're trying to protect them. If they really did do it, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, during the investigation, my whole problem with this whole thing is he offered her 10 mil to not even do the lawsuit, to file the lawsuit.
I wouldn't offer to that.
And that was in writing, allegedly.
Supposedly.
So you've given evidence to anybody to say that you potentially did this because you tried to settle before this actually hit.
Agree.
No, if you read the text, you could see that the back and forth is on some kink shit.
Yeah, they on some king shit.
Like
Not
even the way she's talking to him, she's on some like
I want
kink
that
shit.
baby gravy.
Big-
I want your
big
big
black
black
baby.
baby inside
I didn't even
me.
see this shit.
Yeah.
This is
What?
nuts.
Yeah, she's
This
like,
is some
yo,
unk shit. That's how unks talk.
Tie
Like,
the dog collar around my
yeah, I
neck.
want the dog, all
Like
that.
she was just talking some kinky shit, but I think she was setting him up the whole time.
Yep.
But even
but he's supposed to know that. That's his fault. He got to be on his dean.
I'm not disagreeing. But even to your point though, with regards to the money, fam, if you got $100 million windfall coming your way, and you know that this could potentially throw that to the $10 million to you is getting off cheap.
Yeah, what?
I agree with that point, but you still can't erase the fact of what Rico said was a fact. The minute you offered her $1, the chances of people looking at you innocent kind of goes out the window because it kind of looks like, yo, I'm a pay this. Let me pay this bitch just to get her out the way. You feel what I'm saying? Like it kind of does. Now, mind you, I don't know the situation. I wasn't there. I don't know personally. I don't really give a shit. You feel what I'm saying? But it does. It does make you look guilty when you try to pay her off real quick just to get her out the way, just to keep her quiet. You feel what I'm saying? So Rico is correct. You know what I'm saying? And granted, Ish has a point as well. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you about to come into 100 million, 10 million really ain't shit. You dig what I'm saying? But it's a double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, people can look at that as, oh yeah, you see, he tried to give her 10 million because he tried to give her 10 million to keep her quiet, so she's telling the truth. Which I don't see it that way, me personally. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not about to pretend like bitches don't be lying. Bitches be lying all the time. But there's a reason bitches be lying. Bitches be lying because there ain't no consequences for them lying. Women will lie and fuck a nigga whole life up and then go on about her business like it ain't nothing. Shit is wicked.
The cost.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing, but whatever that is getting off cheap. Whether you did it or you didn't. We know people in the entertainment field that have settled stuff that they didn't do. Yeah. They've been advised by their lawyers to be like, yo, dog, pay that $1 million and move on with your life, as opposed to getting dragged in court. My man went through a suit. They told him, yo,
lawsuit's
if
expensive.
the judge awards the person $1,
It's over.
you got to pay their attorney fees. So now those attorney fees, you charging me $500 an hour, but on paper, yeah, I'm charging $2,500 an hour.
But you also got and add in loss of business. What's
All
it
of that.
called? The baby lost. He says
Patient is shot.
the baby lost $75 million.
Damn.
After that.
I could believe it.
Right now, that was just losing all your endorsements. Like when Rick Ross, Molly, all in her champagne, you losing your endorsement money, sponsorship money. So this $100 million is probably going to really be $200-300 million when you really add it up. Everything that's going to come in. Now you don't lost.
Tally up the money you think Chris Brown has lost over the last 15
Shit.
Hundreds of millions.
over a mistake he made as a
Shit.
teenager or early.
Damn, son. Damn. Yo. Hey, Chris Brown probably, I ain't gonna lie, if Chris wouldn't have did that one thing, and which I feel people are dragging it because nobody was in that car but two people, so there's only two people that know and understand what the fuck went on in that car. But Chris probably lost. Chris probably would have been at Rihanna status by now. Like he probably would have been up there, like billionaire status probably. That's crazy.
Mind you, she came out and said what it was. She gave her account of what happened.
She forgave him.
Yeah.
That don't mean nothing, though. Right?
No. So imagine if again that was a personal thing, but imagine if somebody had foresight to say, "Yo, this individual, he couldn't do it with her because they both are mega stars." But let's say it was a nondescript woman, and they said, "Yo, give her $2 million right now." Bro, he was the double mint kid. He's Michael Jackson reincarnate, bro.
I really feel like this shit helped his career.
You're bugging.
What?
I really feel like when I look at it, it allowed him to be looked at as the bad guy and gave him room to grow because he was too perfect. Like if I look at somebody who started off as a child star and how they transcended, and I look at, for example, Justin Bieber, he looks nuts right now.
That's because of something else.
What the fuck is you talking about?
But I feel like he would have been in that same type of bracket. Like everybody who started young, they don't typically go through the process unscathed, right? And then they don't typically, like he's still kicking, 20 years later? It gave him something to work from, like work to build off
Women looking at him like, yo, you a kid. I like your music, but you a kid. And as he grew into his male manhood, now they like, oh yeah, you could get it. It's a difference, but it didn't help his fam. He hasn't been able to perform on no Grammys. He just won a Grammy this year. They letting him slowly back in the game. He couldn't do the Michael Jackson tribute. He couldn't. Fam, Chris Brown would have been this generation's Michael Jackson, bro.
I think that he still is, but I think what really helped push all of this was the adversity. Unfortunately, that's what my thing is. It gave him something to build up off of. It gave him more drive. It gave, then he started rapping. I don't think Chris Brown would have ever rapped had this had never happened. In my opinion, in Chris Brown's legacy, he's like, yo, you know what? I'm the bad guy. I'm about to embrace being the bad guy for a little bit. Then he said, you know what? I want to wipe this stigma off me, and I just want to be who I am. And I feel like in a weird way, it kind of helped him be looked at as an imperfect man, which most likely relieved the stress because everybody who we have to think of as perfect fails and they fuck shit up for themselves.
I really don't think anybody. I think nowadays we don't really look at anybody as perfect.
We can't.
I think everybody
can't
has
maintain a mystique.
Everybody has their scandal coming, and that's the thing. If you want to be big, you have to decide how big you want to be.
True.
There got to be a scandal.
We way off topic here, fam. Like, how the fuck y'all get to this? You supposed to be talking about the whole Shannon shit. Like, how the fuck we get to Chris Brown? Like, what? Let's get back on topic.
I think that
But that was his scandal.
like Michael Jackson couldn't be Michael Jackson today. Prince couldn't be Prince today because everybody got a cell phone. So you can't
been
keep
caught.
any level of mysticism or anonymity because if you go to dinner with somebody in the restaurant got a phone.
Yep.
You walking outside to your car, somebody has a phone. So you can't keep. Only person that I've seen and they pop out when they feel like it, Jay-Z and Beyonce pop out when they feel like it.
50 Cent.
50.
He's the only one that I
level,
really
though.
think. I
But-
feel like he's the only one that really is unscathed, and he could do it. He could make all the mistakes and be okay. I don't know what he did, but
I
he
just think
Well,
that
did
he got
something.
shot 9 times. That'll do it.
He's like, yeah.
I don't put 50 in the tier with them.
No, like they got.
I don't put him in that A++ tier.
Nah, he's not.
You get what I'm saying?
He's working towards it.
No, he's a
working towards
monster.
it.
He's amazing. But I just think that the world may not be as interested in 50 Cent as they were in Prince or Michael Jackson or Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he has the same cachet. I think he's a step under them or maybe 2 steps under them.
not
but
worldwide.
I don't think. And again, he's a megastar, but I just don't think they're as he not married. You know what I mean? Like, he don't
Fuck
keep
that mean?
like girlfriend scandal. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think he's not as interesting as they are
But you look
in
at
the world.
But you look at what he's able to survive, right? So we had the Dr. Umar stuff that came out where he was alleged a deadbeat parent, right, to his daughter. And but now you have the situation that we've been seeing from when it first came out to even now, it just resurfaced over some sneakers. 50 Cent's relationship with his firstborn son, that is not a strong one or one to even be publicized, right? But he's able to survive it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a kid today came out on anybody and said, yo, you know what? My dad was never there for me. My dad never did this. And he was a megastar, they would be cooked. But he's able to just be all right.
Nah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that because now if this was like late 90s, early 2000s, maybe. But I think nowadays people have a certain level of understanding, and I think we are a lot different than our parents were. Like probably our parents would feel however he's saying, but I think us and my generation and the generations after us, I believe we kind of look at the facts first. Cause I believe that's the thing that he's not mentioning, excuse me, with the 50 Cent shit. His son's a fucking dickhead. Simple as that. His son grew to be just like his mother. His son believes that he is entitled to the money that his father made. He don't want to do shit in life. He don't want to work. He don't want to do nothing. He wants to live off his dad. So, I mean, the fuck? Like, that's the part that people are kind of forgetting about. It's like, I believe that, like I said, my generation and the generations after, I think they kind of look into that first. It's like, wait, hold up. What's the backstory? Like, let me hear the details. Me personally, I've always been like that. I don't really believe shit at face value. I'ma hear you. I'ma hear you out, but then I gotta do my research. Like, all right, hold up, wait. You said this happened, that happened, this happened. All right, well, let me go talk to this person and see what, you feel what I'm saying? Because there's three sides to a story, man. Your side, their side, and the truth. So you get their side, then you go get the other person's side, then you kind of piece the two together and you kind of figure out what the truth is. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't 100% agree with that. I believe, especially today, like in today's climate, I believe, you know what I'm saying, people will wait to hear the information before. Not everybody, but majority, I believe.
I think it's your perspective of survival, though, because surviving, just because he's continuing to make money, he's continuing to do shows, that looks good on the outside, but he's got battles that you're not seeing.
He's behind closed doors,
privately fighting.
Yeah.
Not just that. I think that 50 Cent is one of the people that will go public and explain his side. I think a lot of people won't. They'll just let it rock and fester. He'll be like, nah, my son was doing this. I was giving my son $20K. He said it wasn't enough money. Nigga, you 20-something years old. I shouldn't have to support you no more.
Facts.
If I'm giving you $20,000 a month or whatever, it was some number that all of us would have been happy with at 20-something years old.
Damn,
if I'm
Skippy.
supplying that or supplying your lifestyle, you want more? No, go get a job. You get what I'm saying? So he'll come out and defend himself, and then to the masses, that'll make sense because none of us had $20K a month in our early 20s that somebody was giving us for free.
I think he creates conversations because of that.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think that they look at him like, oh, he a piece of shit, because he'll come out and explain his side. There's a lot of people won't.
So like even with the Shannon thing, I respect the game of her. Like I do.
Yes.
Only because this, just as
she was 19.
Not even her age, but if you think about it without your morals, think about it from a sex worker's position. If you're talking about what happened? You laughing at me?
I can't think about it from that angle, brother.
No, I'm saying a sex worker. Come on in. With time out.
Want it?
No, you got a broken leg.
Oh, I appreciate your generosity. Thank you, boss. Good to see you. Like, I'm not knocking no sex workers. I'm not knocking anybody that does that. However, if, and the if is the biggest word here, if this man is not guilty of that stuff and you did that for a money grab, I don't respect that. If he's not guilty of sexually assaulting you I don't respect that money grab. Now, you could spin this old nigga's world around, and if you can get $10 million out of him off some head and some bot, by all means, do what you do. But when you start, if she's lying on him, I don't respect that, because now you turning this man's world upside down for a check, and I don't that's not cool.
She caught
That
it.
could happen to any one of us.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's his scandal. That's his scandal that he has to live with because he decided to do that dumb shit.
We've all had sex before.
Yes, but
Wait, what dumb shit did he actually do?
You're a 50-year-old multimillionaire, and you met a 19-year-old girl at the gym, and you started to have a relationship with her.
A teenager.
It wasn't a fuck thing. It was a relationship.
Oh, he liked her.
So I think that's just bad judgment.
step one. That's
and a
it.
lack of discernment.
fucking-
That-
on his behalf.
That's
Oh, see, hold the fuck up. See, I didn't know that part. I don't deep dive into these things because I don't really give a shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't really give a fuck about the celebrity gossip. Shannon, you fucked up. If that's true, if that shit is true, yeah, you fucked up, big dog. What the fuck made you think? Like, what the fuck are we talking about, man? If you are a millionaire, you are a multi-millionaire, and it's public knowledge that you was about to sign this contract for this 100 M's. You don't think she's 19. You don't think that bitch got social media? You don't think she know what's going on? You don't think she know that? Yeah, see? And this is exactly what I said in the beginning. If I was a fucking multi-millionaire, I wouldn't trust no fucking body. Nobody. Especially women. If I was a single man, fuck no, I wouldn't trust none of them. None of them. I need NDAs and I need everything documented, video, all that. Like, yo, you gonna let me hit, right? Word, yo, this is what, look, she ain't drunk, listen, dog. I need this shit documented, son. I fuck around and I have to live stream my life 24 hours, like, to let the world know, nah, this bitch lying. She let me beat. Yeah, I'm like, yo, you tried to have a relationship with this 19-year-old girl and thought this shit was about to be all good. Man, you tripping, big dog. Let's stop trusting these hoes. Tripping.
never happened. And you think about all the women that were probably throwing themselves at him,
You could pay for some
Other
box.
than the 19-year-old is nuts.
You could pay for some box.
and he chose the exact opposite of what he should have chose.
I think that's a mistake or a lack of discernment on his part.
No, I agree. I agree that it's definitely not ideal. but like, I mean, like, the mistake outside of him actually liking a person. Like, if I strip the fact that he liked her, what was the mistake other than the fact that she is obviously probably not mature enough to.
Would you be okay with your daughter doing it?
No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is his mistake in the whole thing, was it the way he was communicating with her?
You see, she went straight to, and this is why I said, I can't give an unbiased opinion on this. I can't, because that's the first thing I think of. Like, nigga, what the fuck would I do if my 19-year-old daughter brought a 56-year-old nigga to my crib? I don't know how I would receive that. You feel what I'm saying? Because shit, I wouldn't even be 56 when my daughter turns 19. That nigga be older than me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's the crazy part. Like, I won't even be 50. Now that I think about it, I won't even be 50 when my daughter turns 19. Because she just turned 10 today. So, in another 9 years, I'll only be 48. So, I won't even be 50 yet. You feel what I'm saying? So it's wild, son. It's wild, son.
No.
Was
That's
it?
part of it.
His mistake was his
No, that's one of the mistakes.
Well, I think his mistake was being involved with her, putting himself in,
First. That's
in a
first.
precarious situation. Period.
First mistake was his discipline.
0.
Number 2, how if I had $100 million, how I communicate with people.
I wouldn't trust any woman.
It would be different. Like, I think if I had 100, 200,
waiting for
$300
somebody
million,
to say it.
how you communicate with men, women, kids, whatever, it has to change, bro. You're in a different stratosphere. You got to carry yourself accordingly. So all of that stuff, he not regular no more.
That's hella sloppy the way he did it, honestly.
He still is regular, just his money ain't.
I'm going to choke you, baby. I'm going to. Could you hear this old nigga telling this?
That's all he knows, though. You know what I'm saying?
And people are into that. That's cool. I think at his level, you pay for that, and they go home.
Oh, well,
So that's a mistake. Yeah, all right. Those are the mistakes. I mean, like, I don't agree with the whole age gap thing to begin with. But if I say, all right, cool, if I take away the lack of discernment in terms of who you should actually like or speak to, and I look at what's the actual mistakes that you made, was it the communication? Yes. Was it the fact that she already told you no, she's not signing an NDA? That was probably the biggest mistake, a red flag, foreshadowing thing that you probably had in that.
And I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna stop right there. I'm going to stop right there. Shannon, what the fuck are we doing? You dealing with this bitch and she says she's not signing the NDA? What the fuck? What? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, I can't have an unbiased opinion on this because I don't know how I would feel. Honestly, I know I probably wouldn't like it. I'm not even gonna sit up here in front. I probably won't like it. You know what I'm saying? My daughter 19, this nigga 56, 57 years old. Like, this nigga 10 years older than me. You dig what I'm saying? Nah. I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't fuck with it. But like I said, that's just me. Now I'm not about to sit up here and you know what I'm saying, completely slander the nigga like she's a fucking sex worker. I mean, the fuck? You act like whatever. I'm gonna put the link to this video in the description, man, if you want to go see the rest of the video. That shit like an hour long. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and watch the whole hour. I'll probably watch it some other time. But if I do decide to watch the video, I might spin back and give, you know what I'm saying, some of my thoughts on whatever I see. But before you go, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good shit. You heard? And I'll check y'all on the next one.